Hey everyone, we all crave that deep sense of belonging and connection, but sometimes we look for it in ways that leave us feeling emptier. We hand over our emotional well-being to others, hoping they'll hold it gently and tell us we're okay. But you know what? Real connection, the kind that fills us up, starts with ourselves. It begins with understanding and owning our emotions. Today we're diving deep into emotional self-reliance. This isn't about shutting people out or going it alone, it's about recognizing that the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. It's about being your own source of strength, your own safe harbor. We're going to walk through 11 essential steps, 11 guideposts on this journey to emotional self-reliance. It's going to be real, it's going to be vulnerable, but I promise you, it's going to be worth it. Emotional self-reliance starts with you. You and your feelings. It's about acknowledging them, giving them space to breathe. We're so used to pushing emotions down, pretending they're not there. But they don't go away, do they? They fester, they simmer, they erupt when we least expect it. So, let's sit with them. Let's get curious. Why do certain things make us feel the way we do? What are the stories we're telling ourselves? This isn't about blaming ourselves or others. It's about understanding the root system of our emotions. It's about recognizing that our feelings, even the messy ones, are valid. They're telling us something about ourselves, about what matters to us. Think of emotional self-reliance like a garden. You can't just plant seeds and walk away, can you? It requires tending, nurturing, especially when life throws those inevitable storms our way. Big life changes, transitions, they can shake us to our core. It's easy to fall back into old habits to seek validation from others, but we have a choice. We can choose to retreat inward, or lean into our own strength. Remember what it felt like to finally understand your own emotions, to find that sense of peace within yourself? That's the feeling we come back to. It's about reminding ourselves that we are capable, we are resilient, we've got this. We've all been there. We get hurt, we feel misunderstood, and instead of addressing the person who hurt us directly, we turn to someone else. We vent, we gossip, we look for validation. It's tempting, right? It feels safer than confronting the issue head-on. But here's the thing about emotional triangles, they diffuse responsibility, they keep us stuck. Instead of finding resolution, we're caught in a cycle of blame and resentment. And the person we need to talk to, they never really hear us. Breaking free from this pattern takes courage. It means having those tough conversations, even when they're uncomfortable. Look, we all have anxieties, it's part of being human. But there's a difference between sharing our anxieties and offloading them onto others. When we share our anxieties appropriately, we're not asking others to fix them for us. We're not looking for reassurance or someone to tell us it's going to be okay. We're simply acknowledging our anxieties, giving them a voice, and then we're choosing to move forward. We're saying, hey, this is something I'm struggling with, but I'm not letting it control me. It's about finding that balance between vulnerability and strength, between seeking support and owning our own resilience. Relationships thrive when there's a sense of balance, of shared responsibility. This isn't about keeping score, it's about showing up for each other fully and authentically. It's about trusting that the person you're with is there because they want to be, not because they feel obligated. When we try to control everything, when we take on too much, we create resentment. And when we rely too heavily on our partners, we become overly dependent. Emotional self-reliance in relationships is about finding that sweet spot, that place where both people feel seen, heard, and valued. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It takes courage to admit when we need support, to let go of the need to do it all on our own. But here's the key. We need to differentiate between the things we can handle ourselves and the things we need help with. We don't want to become overly dependent, constantly relying on others to solve our problems, but we also don't want to become so fiercely independent that we isolate ourselves. Asking for help is a balancing act. It's about recognizing our own limitations and trusting that others are willing and able to support us. Life throws curveballs. It's inevitable. But how we approach those challenges, that's a choice. When we face a new obstacle, it's important to ask ourselves, is this a shared challenge? Or is this something I need to navigate on my own? Sometimes we need to lean on our partners, our friends, our support systems. And sometimes we need to dig deep, tap into our own strength, and find our own way through. It's about trusting ourselves, trusting our instincts, and knowing when to reach out for help and when to go it alone. One of the most powerful tools we have for cultivating emotional self-reliance is journaling. Not just writing down what we did that day, but really digging deep into our emotional landscape. What are we feeling? Why are we feeling it? What are the patterns in our thoughts and behaviors? Journaling helps us make sense of the chaos, to connect the dots between our experiences and our emotions. It's like holding up a mirror to our souls, allowing us to see ourselves more clearly. Journaling isn't a one-time thing. It's about showing up consistently, even when we don't feel like it. It's about making it a non-negotiable part of our routine. Some days, the words will flow effortlessly. Other days, it'll feel like pulling teeth. But even on those tough days, even if all we can manage is a few sentences, it's about honoring the process. Our journals are more than just diaries. They're treasure maps filled with clues about who we are, how far we've come, and where we want to go. Every few months, take some time to reread your entries. What patterns do you notice? How have your relationships evolved? What progress have you made? It's about celebrating our wins, big and small. Sometimes we need a little extra support, and that's okay. There's no shame in seeking professional help. In fact, it's a sign of incredible strength. A good therapist can provide a safe, non-judgmental space for us to explore our emotions, challenge our thought patterns, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. If you're struggling, if the weight of your emotions feels too heavy to bear, please reach out. You don't have to go through this alone. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery. Remember, becoming emotionally self-reliant isn't about achieving perfection. It's about progress, not perfection. It's about showing up for ourselves, even when it's hard. It's about being kind to ourselves, forgiving ourselves, and believing in our own resilience. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on vulnerability, courage, and wholehearted living.